thank everybody for coming here today for Kevin's signing day. I want to congratulate Kevin O'Connor and introduce his head coach, Matt Griffith.
First off, congratulations to the family and to Kevin. This is a big commitment, and you obviously earned it and well deserved. I'll just say a few things about Kevin, having the opportunity to coach him this year, but I actually have something written that I'm going to be giving him today to take with him that I'd like to read, and I think it will speak a lot better than me just shooting from the hip here today. So Kevin, I'm so thankful I had the opportunity to coach you this year. I enjoyed watching your passion for the game and the desire you had for you and your team to be successful. Throughout the year, I got to learn more about you as a person off the field. You can continue to impress me with your humble, hardworking, carefree attitude and demeanor that you portrayed every day to everyone. I always knew what I was getting no matter what day it was from my leader. You'll be leaving a legacy behind at Easton High School, and a well-deserving one to say the least. Your energy, personality, and smile that lights up a room will be missed but not forgotten. Kevin, as you start your new path in life at Duke University, don't ever forget who you are and where you came from. Keep your mindset on being the best in the classroom and on the field. There are going to be some tough and challenging times, and many days you'll need to fight through adversity, but there is no doubt in my mind you will continue to be successful in whatever you put your mind to. I'm excited to see everything you will accomplish over the next several years, as I believe this is just a start to something special. I challenge you to keep your faith, and when you start to waver, there's a reading here, Psalm 23, 1-6, and it says, God, you are my shepherd, I lack nothing. You make me lie down in green pastures. You lead me beside still waters. You restore my soul. You lead me in paths of righteousness for your name's sake. Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I fear no evil, for you are with me. Good luck, and remember, I'm a phone call away if you ever need something. Thank you for all you've done for me and for the program here at Easton High School. Congratulations and good luck.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Nice.
That is gorgeous.
I appreciate that. That's definitely it.
Gosh, that is amazing. Thank you.
All right, do I just, you want me to go through it? All right, I'll just pretend I'm signing this.
Good job, good job.
There we go. Congratulations. Thank you guys. I appreciate y'all coming here. All you played a big part in this. Couldn't have done it without all of you, especially y'all. I love you.
Oh, let me do
Kevin O'Connor, Easton High School quarterback and linebacker, just signed his national letter of intent on National Signing Day. You're going to Duke. No surprises. You didn't flip. You got a lot of colleges that were looking at you. Why Duke?
Well, why not Duke? I mean, great academic reputation, great established coaching staff that have been coaching at every level, just a great culture that they're building there, and I'm so confident going into there.
Are you going early, or are you going to wait till the fall?
I'll be going in the summer. So the early enrollees will actually go in January, but that's not me. So
You decided to hang around. You love high school so much, you wanted to hang around a little bit more.
well, I mean, I just think I just got stuff I can. I'm going to be there for 4 years. I mean, I'll get that experience for sure. There's stuff in high school that I won't get back, like basketball, lacrosse, and all the other experiences that I won't be able to get back. So.
Now, you don't know this yet, but we did an Overtime Live and Shore Sports MD, first team all-conference, as well as an all-conference selection. You were voted offensive MVP and obviously first team quarterback. But you had a lot of competition this year, I think, and I don't think folks really realized that you played injured from like the Queen Anne's game on.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm lucky I had my teammates there to carry my slack because, man, it was tough. It was tough. But we put it together. We made it happen. Fortunately, we couldn't go as far as we wanted, but the experience is what matters, and I'm glad that we got that together.
Let's talk about your preparation. I mean, you've been here at Easton High School 4 years, obviously. Your brother, Ryan, went to the University of Delaware, actually was in games this year at quarterback. So you kind of had I guess, a puzzle of how to put things together. But for those that are watching that maybe I want to be a D1 player, tell them what goes into that to be prepared, because it doesn't just happen.
Well, I think it starts with the mindset. All the great players in the Bayside, the one common thing that I see is the mindset and the work ethic, and it's definitely not like you cannot just go in there with the mindset that you can do whatever you want without putting that work in. I mean, it really just comes to how determined you are to want to get to where you want to be.
I was watching Luke Murgott signing this morning at Decatur, and they were talking about his dedication, and he knew that's where he wanted to go when he was younger, and signing today to play at Duke, just like you are. Academics play such a huge role in being able to get to the top level and even a Power 5 conference.
Oh, yeah, 100%. I mean, I know people that opportunity was taken from them, and it's an opportunity of a lifetime. So that is the first thing on the board that you have to check off, and there's no excuses. There's no second chances for that type of stuff.
Over the years, Ben Tate went to Auburn, and then it was a while before we saw a top athlete from the Bayside go to a Power 5 conference. Then you had Jamion Franklin, who went to Notre Dame and is now at Duke. You had David Bailey, who went to Boston College and is now at Colorado State. And you also had Kendron Wayman, who went to Wake Forest. Now this year you got yourself and you got Luke Murgott going D1, and you got some others, but they haven't popped out for a Power 5 conference. But when you look at it, do you see the level of competition over the last 4 years? Granted, you lost 1 year due to COVID. Do you see a growth in the programs here on the shore?
I mean, I just see players that they want it. I can tell they want it because they're dogs. I mean, you got players from Y-High, Ken Island, Queen Anne, who I think are definitely Division I players. And, I mean, I think it's crazy that they haven't gotten the exposure that they don't have. I mean, the level of talent here is on par with any other conference, in my opinion.
Let's talk about, you mentioned dogs. Let's talk about the dogs that are on your team. When you look, and we won't tell them you said this, but when you look at the talent that you're leaving behind, you were a young team this year. Do you see any kids that maybe might have that D1 talent?
Well, I see the hard work, and I see the talent and the hard work. I mean, if they want it, they can get it, and I know that because I've been with them. I've been with them in the weight room, on the practice field. I mean, it's really up to them. I mean, if they want to put in that work, they can get that. I'm sure of it. Kids like Dustin Blue, and he's a freshman, and he's starting on offense and getting in defense. Guys with elite speed, Brandon, Marvin, he's a force on the defensive side. And it really comes down to if they really want it.
All right, real quick, I want to get to know Kevin O'Connor. So I like cheeseburgers. I love all the fat food. That's how I got this body. All right. What does your day consist of from morning to night, what you eat, and what your exercise protocol is to stay in the shape that you are?
Well, I mean, starts with breakfast, just get as much as I can in, usually eggs, go to school, get out about 1 o'clock, hit the gym, eat lunch, and then...
What is lunch? A cheeseburger.
Lunch, honestly, it's like 2 meals, I would say. I eat at school, which is just a sandwich and maybe yogurt and chips and whatnot. And then I go home, eat whatever was left over from the night before. Then I go to the gym. Then I eat a protein shake, drink a protein shake. Then we go to practice for whatever sport we're in, football, basketball, lacrosse. Then go home, eat dinner, sleep, repeat.
over and over again. Well, congratulations on signing with Duke. We wish you best of luck, and we look forward to following your career.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
ShoreSportsMD.com, and we have got Coach Matt Griffith with us, and you just watched Kevin O'Connor sign his letter of intent. And one of the things I talked to him about was, we had Ben Tate that went to a Power 5 conference at D1 level. You had David Bailey, you had Jamion Franklin, you had Kendron Wayman. Outside of that, we really haven't had anybody. This year, we get Luke Murgott from Decatur going to Duke and Kevin O'Connor going to Duke. What kind of an athlete, when you look at these kids, in your mind, what kind of an athlete makes it to the D1 level?
I think it's more than just the athlete. I mean, obviously Kevin has the frame, the athleticism, the build, the strength, the quickness, but the IQ on the football field and the type of person they are. When you get to recruit your players, you're trying to recruit a certain type of player that fits into your program. Kevin's a great kid, comes from a great family, and has a great work ethic, and he's going to do some great stuff for Duke. When
you looked at all the colleges that recruited him, Duke, was that one of the ones that you said, hey, you can't go wrong there?
Well, I think, you're not going to get a better education anywhere else, right? So that's the main reason he's going there. And then the second part, he gets to play football, which is a plus. But with the new head coach coming in and changing of the program, I think it's a perfect fit for him. And he's going to do, like I said, do well there and do good things. But I think it's a good fit for Kevin, too. Not too far away, still close enough, but far enough away from home to experience the college life.
So we have a couple of O'Connors that have gone, 3 O'Connors have all gone to play football, 2 of them at the D1 level. You got one more with Mikey coming in, and then we got to wait a few years. I mean, are you already licking your chops thinking about how we're going to mold these O'Connor kids to, maybe go to the same level?
Well, the funny thing is they're all different. I got to coach Ryan. I got to see James play as well, and then get to coach Kevin. They're all different, which makes them really unique and fun. But I told, Ann and Jim, they can keep them coming, and as long as I'm here, keep sending me some more quarterbacks.
And we can put an order in right now.
Absolutely.
And so you mentioned Ryan and Kevin and James and how they're all different. I've heard you say, because I had the opportunity to be around you a lot this year during football season, when you talk about Kevin, he's just completely different than Ryan O'Connor. But in what ways?
Well, you heard me when I was talking earlier. I used the word carefree. And, carefree could be good or bad, but it's a good thing for Kevin because he's so intense in his passion to be successful and for his team to be successful. He's able to not let outside things bother him. I mean, if this school was on fire right now, he'd say, hey, Coach, we got to walk. We got to go. And we would walk out. He's not running. He's not running from it. He's going to walk through it, and he's going to be cool as a cucumber while he does it.
Going to be a hard one to replace next year.
Can't replace him. We're going to find a bunch of kids to take a little piece of his shoe, and hopefully it makes us a better football team for having him here this past year to help with his leadership.
Coach Matt Griffith, Easton High School, as he watches Kevin O'Connor sign his national letter of intent.